Well, today's been a pretty good day. Yesterday was pretty good. Um, well, until we tried to plant together, and that don't go so good. Um, but anyway, we went to church this morning. It was a really good service. The pastor was teaching on um, where we're going after we die, and we I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. I really did. And so then we came home to check on Kona because we left her in the house. She was in here all night long. I was afraid she'd tear everything up in here, but she's been really good in here, and she's starting to like it a little too well, I think. She didn't used to like to be in the house. Now she's enjoying it. I think it's because it's cooler. Um, my grandson called, and he will be coming tomorrow night, and Tuesday we'll be working on the fence, or he will. And so Dean's wanting an extra gate put in up front and break the fence come around front a little further so he don't have to walk so far to get to the water. The way it is, he has to go through the house and down the steps and around the porch to get to the water faucet. I wish we had one in the front too. I've been trying to rack my brain on how we could do that, but um, that's one thing that's kind of holding me off. I have no idea how to put in another water faucet. I know one time our water line broke. It kept breaking in between the, not ours, mine and my first husband's, in between the house and a building that we had. So the last time it broke, I had him to put a water faucet in there so that we could use it. So we had a faucet on that end of the house, and that was pretty handy. Um, Came in pretty handy. But that's pretty much the way the day went today. We went out and watered the plants, and they are doing so good. And I'm hoping I get my microphone tomorrow so I can show everybody how good they are doing. And there's Snickers. See Snickers? Hey Snickers. Say hi Snickers. That's Snickers. And she's checking out the light. She should probably come over and check out the computer. But but anyway, we're doing pretty good. Uh, I will be going to the dentist again tomorrow. They did my impressions last week, so I'm not sure what I have to go for tomorrow.
Have you teeth pulled?
No, they're not going to pull them tomorrow. They got to do something else.
And they told you that.
Yes, they said they'd be 2 or 3 trips before they pull my teeth. And they got to make the teeth before they pull mine. They're going to put the teeth in right on as soon as they pull them. And so anyway, and I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow afternoon, and he is supposed to apply for me an electronic wheelchair. If anybody knows how to fix it, we have a little hump that goes out of the front door and a little hump coming in the front door. And then at the bottom of the ramp, there's a little hump. And I'm not sure how I'm going to get over those. I need some kind of, I guess, a piece of wood cut at an angle that's going to fit in there where I can just kind of drive up on it. I'll have to figure that out. I have ideals. I just don't know how to do it. And but if anybody knows if there's anything I can buy to put down inside the door and outside the door and at the bottom of my ramp, let me know. I don't care to buy it if it's not like $200 or $300. If it's a few dollars, I don't care to. The inside's probably about an inch, maybe 2. The outside is probably 2.5 to 3. And at the door, and then at the bottom of the ramp it's about 2. So 1 to 2. So it's a little hard. I know with my walker, I have to pick my walker up to set it over the door facing, and I won't be able to pick up an electric wheelchair. So if anybody knows what I can get, and also we're going to have to we'll have to put a tow bar on that car if we can, so we can put a wheelchair rack on the back. I'm not sure what kind of wheelchair they'll get, but we'll have to take it with us wherever we go, including grocery shopping. So we'll have to figure out a way to get it in and out of the, and Dean won't be able to pick it up and put it in the back of the van, or the SUV, I'm sure, or the van, put it just, you know. But anyway, that, and so if anybody's got any kind of carpentry mind or whatever that can maybe suggest something to go on those places, to let me know, and I'd surely appreciate it. And I'm not going to stay on here very much longer. It's not that much to report on today, except that I'm feeling better. I went up for prayer this morning, which is unusual for me. Not that I don't think I need it, it's just that I feel like people need it worse than me and that I'm unworthy. And I know that's a crazy way to think, because God thinks we're worthy, or He wouldn't have sent His Son to die for us. And so I know God thinks I'm worthy, whether I think I'm worthy or not. But God loves me, He loves you, and me with my faults, Dean with his faults, or you with your faults, and I know you're not perfect. No man on this earth is perfect, and we won't be perfect until we cross through that threshold into heaven. Then we'll be perfect. And but God loves us with all of our imperfections. He has patience with us, which we don't have patience lots of times. He has forgiveness, which lots of times some of us don't have forgiveness. If we could be more godlike. The pastor talked today about having Christ in us. We need Christ in us. All of us need Christ in us. What was that where Jesus said that I go to prepare a place for you?
If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again.
Where's the one that said about Him being with us? And Pastor said we need Him in us. And he also said something that really was a good point. If you're more excited about seeing those pearly gates, the streets of gold, the mansions in heaven, the walls of jasper, instead of seeing Jesus, then He feels sorry for us. And I thought about that, and I'm not really excited about what God has to offer up there. I do want to talk with Jesus. My thought before going to heaven, wanting to go to heaven, was this world is bad, and things are bad, and our bodies are bad, and in heaven all that's going to end. There'll be no tears in heaven. There'll be no sickness in heaven. But we need to really be excited about seeing Jesus. And Jesus is the one that shed His blood for us on Calvary. And we need to remember that. Remember that when we think about going to heaven. What is our main purpose to want to go to heaven? And I want to see Jesus. I want to kneel at His feet. And like I told Him one time, I just want to wash your feet with my tears and dry them with my hair. And in a vision, I did that one time, in a spirit, and it touched me mightily, and I want to do it again when I reach heaven. So anyway, I'm going to start closing now. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for following me. And just remember that God is with you every day that ends in Y. And sleep peacefully tonight, for God is watching. I love you. God loves you. Have a good night.